ignoring the suffering of existence is something very well honed, very well tuned, very conditioned about the ego. The mind, since beginningless time, has developed in birth after birth after birth after birth, and here we are now in a place where our mind has got a coping technique set up that completely smothers, tries to get us to ignore suffering and just grasp at pleasure, just grasp at enjoyment, just grasp at comfort. It comes naturally to us now to try to avoid suffering and discomfort, and immediately adjust. As soon as we feel uncomfortable, immediately adjust. And that's what we're doing with our mind all the time. And that is that's the main symptom of self-cherishing. And so what we do now as Buddhist practitioners is we change our stance completely and reverse it. And what we now are concerned about, deep in our heart, genuinely, is the discomfort of others. And we try to adjust others, not verbally, we're not intrusive, but in our wish, our aspiration is for innumerable beings, absolutely every being without exception. We don't have to pick a certain being, a type of being. So I'd like to explain this practice because it's the main practice and we haven't got long. So basically, I would just like to say, whenever you deal with one being, a single being, try to do this. But you will have to tune it, you'll have to familiarise the mind with doing this in meditation. When you meet a single being, when you deal with any single being, even if you just see someone on the television, see a picture in the paper, it doesn't even need to be a real being. You see all beings. You see all beings in that being. There's no individual personalities, there's no individual identities, there's no individual people. When you see anyone, a dog, a mosquito, any being ever, it reminds you immediately of all beings without exception. That's quite profound. And unfortunately, it's extremely rare, it's unusual, and it shouldn't be. Because the ultimate truth is we're all the same. The ultimate truth is we're all exactly the same. We're all born the same. We all die the same. Living is the same. Seeing is the same. Hearing is the same. Thinking is the same. Consciousness is the same. Bone is the same. Blood is the same. Air is the same. We're all born with what is known as 5 aggregates. The first aggregate is form, and the other 4 aggregates are mind. So there's a bit of a difference there. But the actual principle, the basic root of all of these 5 is the same for all beings, and that's very important, extremely significant. Because what we do is we see huge differences between people, and that huge difference we've seen between us and others is caused by the self-grasping which has become conditioned in our mind through familiarity in the past lives by all the suffering, all the times that we have been attacked and we have been born as predatory animals and attacked and eaten other animals, etc. It's left impressions, imprints on our mind, which when we are now, for example, in this life born, womb born, into this world, our mind has got all these habits and impressions of fear, being attacked, having to attack even, animals, for example, even humans, eat other beings to survive. So it's completely selfish. Our outlook is deeply ingrained to be selfish in our mind. And that is completely against the truth. The ultimate truth is that all beings are merely imputed by the mind. But obviously that's advanced, and that's where we need to get to in the end. But the point of this talk is to try to get a pragmatic, practical practice that we can use during our normal, busy daily lives. And that really, the secret to understanding eventually that all beings are merely imputed by the mind comes from having that warm, humble respect and love for all beings. And you can do that through dealing with just one single being, perceiving one being. When you perceive any being, in that being you perceive all beings. So out there it's just one being, in here it's all beings. That is the secret. It will completely change your heart. At the moment we are self-obsessed, right? So you have to be honest with yourself. If you're going to be Buddhist, you have to be brutally honest with what is going on in your mind. And as soon as you make the mind actually face its psychosis, it starts to back off. The arrogance, the ego starts to die. The humility comes out. And the genuine love for others is there already. It emerges, it's revealed. Life changes, everything changes. I don't know how much you know about Buddhist, but there are many, many billions, innumerable, just as there are innumerable sentient beings stuck in delusion, believing in the self, which isn't real. There is innumerable deities, innumerable enlightened beings, and all of them will turn and look at you and protect you and guide you and help you on your path as soon as you decide to devote your life to everyone else. As long as you decide to use this life for yourself, they're not interested. There's nothing they can do. This is called the hook of compassion and the ring of faith. The ring of faith is you have faith in virtue. If you have faith in virtue, if you have faith in love, if you have faith in the altruistic view of cherishing all beings instead of yourself, the ring is complete, and then with their hook of compassion, they can help you. They can lift you up out of samsara and guide you on the path to full enlightenment. And whilst on that path from here to enlightenment, you can help many, many beings. But that is only possible as long as your mind is selfless. It mustn't be contaminated by self-concern. So that's very difficult. And also people think of selflessness as oblivion. What's the point of living if there's no self? Selflessness is not oblivion. Selflessness is enlightenment. Enlightenment is where every single being needs to be free from suffering. If without enlightenment, it's suffering. We will be reborn in suffering. Without enlightenment, we will be reborn into suffering again, next time, every time. As long as our mind is deluded, the causes of suffering are there. Get rid of the delusion, you get rid of the causes of suffering.